there's a problem. I have this hat. It's got the Canucks logo. This one has the Canucks logo too. They're the same, right? No. This is red and yellow. This is orange and gold. See, I've said for years, I much preferred the Canucks logo when it was orange and gold. The year they went to the Stanley Cup Final, for some bloody reason, CCM made them red and yellow. At the time, Brian Burke said, because I remember hearing him on Dan Russell, it was a mistake at the factory and that the next shipment was going to be orange and gold. For whatever reason, they stayed with red and yellow. Now, I'm not talking about yellow in the jersey. This yellow was gone, the V's were gone. But the orange and gold had more substance to them than the red and yellow. When they went to red and yellow, it was like we're embracing the Halloween feel of these jerseys. And to me, it's a more subtle, it's loud and garish, yes, but it's more subtle with the orange and gold than with the red and yellow. So when I wore them together, and I sat in front of this camera, and I looked, I went, oh no, 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 no. So I have Red Wings because whatever. I need something softer to go with the orange and gold. So now I'm on the hunt for a hat to match the jersey. Jerseys. I have not opened this yet. I went and I got it today. My son was not here when it was delivered, which is fine. It meant going out in that hot frigging sun again. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, yeah, and I get the sales slip too. Probably with a thank you. Yep. Cool, cool, cool. I like that personal touch with eBay. That the sellers will thank you personally. Wow. I don't care what anybody says. I think this is a sharp jersey. Oh, man. Oh, man. I've done it. I have completed the Dallas collection. The Dallas collection is complete. There's the star. There's the bull's head. I don't care what it looks like. If I cared what it looked like, would I care? You know, come on. Come on. But to further the Christmas theme, there's something ironic too. I ordered that copy of my book. It was supposed to be here today and it wasn't. It's still stuck somewhere in Washington State according to the tracking information, even though eBay says it's coming in today. No, eBay, Amazon. It's my book. Just give me a copy of my book. That shouldn't take this long. Shouldn't take longer than everything else. I may have my hockey cards tomorrow too. The 3 boxes of Upper Deck that I ordered. So, Montreal. I was asked today why I do not discuss the Montreal Canadiens more. It's a fair question. It is. On this day that the Ottawa Senators got their heads out of their asses, and they signed Mike Hoffman. You knew I was going to mention that. And really, it's a signing that Ottawa had to make. Come on, guys. Now they can have their press conference. They can bring Hoffman. They can bring Kelly and Broussard and say this is the start of something different. I kind of scrunched my face up because I don't know if Chris Kelly would be one they'd truck out there and say this is the part of a new beginning, since he's one of the older players on their roster next year. But you never know. They might. Oh, this box cutter sucks. There we go. My good box cutter's somewhere around here. Paper. Oh, Kitty, do you want to read some papers? Do you want? They love digging around it. You know what? This is great for the cats. Yes, I can find happiness in anything. They love tearing up paper. This is already ripped up, and it's old, like flyers. Although if these flyers are from some weird American... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where is this from? Because, yeah, this would be American. Ooh, pharmacist processing information. ADT, protect your home. Free home security system, $850 value. Ooh. Little Caesars. And it's down on the floor. Little Caesars really, really upsets my stomach. Any greasy pizza does, which is funny since I live upstairs from a pizza place that serves greasy pizza. I end up in the bathroom 5 minutes after Little Caesars. It's immediate. It's like, I think I'll be no, 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 no. It's what I've noticed as I get older is anything that's hot and greasy, can't eat it. But I eat plenty of fast food. Why? Fast food isn't greasy. And with the amount of chicken I eat, it's not as unhealthy as a lot of people seem to think it is. Parkhurst, 93-94. I never had this set. I was into the 91-92 Parkhurst. My favorite player, one of my favorite players at the time was Ken Hodge Jr. Really loved that kid. He kind of flamed out early, but to this day, his 30-goal rookie season was a beauty. This box is really beat up on the outside. Doesn't mean that the cards on the inside are. Let's do a bit of an opening. Montreal. So the Habs have been quiet since the Subban for Weber deal. It's been pretty quiet out of Montreal, and I've made my statements about how I feel they're going to do this year, and I'll get more into that as time goes on. Okay, let's look at the first few cards here. Robert Reichel. Oilers, Shane Corson. Everybody knows how much I love Shane Corson. Adam Bennett. In addition to skating with the Blackhawks last season, Bennett played 39 games in the IHL, compiling 24 points. The big defenseman was dealt straight up for Kevin Todd. Guy Hebert. That's a classic card right there. That's a classic mask, classic jersey, classic card. Luciano Borsato. One of the best names in hockey history. Old Winnipeg Jets. Chris Osgood. No NHL statistics. That's a rookie card, boys and girls. Stuart Malgunas. That's another great hockey name. You know, he could have grown up anywhere in the world, and somebody would have met him and gone, "Your name's what? Stuart Malgunas? You get out on a hockey rink now, mister. I don't care if we're in Africa. We'll find you one." Mike Rathje. That is a Emerald Parkhurst. So for anybody who's collecting Mike Rathjes, you never know. Somebody might be looking at slow, overpriced defensemen and saying, I want to invest in them. So maybe I'll be able to sell that card someday. And here's another insert. Oh, boy. No, it's not. Ladislav Prokopek. World Juniors. I have an official Ladislav Prokopek rookie card. I wish I had a hard sleeve to throw it in. Just act like I'm all crazy. Thomas Blazek from Czech Republic. That's awesome. Because, you know, he never made it either. Oh, and this guy played in the NHL far too soon. Kevin Meme. How popular would Meme be now? Did you see that meme the other night? And Kevin Kaminsky. So this apparently was a pack of what? Combined with who? And what? Not that I have any problem with what? And who? What? Most of my jerseys are what? Oh god, it's no way, Jose. Don't look at the screen, Shannon. Don't look at the screen. NXT is making sure that you don't miss whatever's on right now. Of the Hartford Whalers, Pat Verbeek wearing my blue Whalers jersey. Aw, yeah. And my second Guy Bear. But this one's an Emerald Parkhurst. So that's okay, I guess. Guy Carbonneau. There, Montreal. There we go. But yeah, Montreal, I would love to talk about Montreal. They just haven't really given me a whole lot to talk about. I know that in terms of, if I look at their season, with Carey Price to make the playoffs, but without Carey Price, they don't. Plekanec has been there way too long. Desjardins, how does he still have a job in the NHL? And that's 2 of your centers. So that's not good. And in terms of their depth, it's shaky. It's shaky. They are made or broken by their goaltender. So if Carey Price doesn't play, they don't win. Frank Pietrangelo. That was one of my favorite goalies back then. I know his stats that year were shite for Hartford, but just something about Peter Angelo. It's probably the name. Igor Korolev with St. Louis. He had 4 goals his rookie season. He became better than that, but not much. Keith Primo, Detroit Red Wings. Matthew Barnaby, resident mouthpiece on, I want to say TSN. Kevin Dahl. I wonder if Dahl and Neem ever played together. That'd be awesome. Thomas Vlasic, as we continue through the World Juniors, showing that not all World Juniors are destined to become stars. Another great name, Jim Storm. I don't know how this guy wasn't somehow a member of the Fantastic Four. I guess he could be Sue's brother, but that wasn't revealed on his hockey card here, was it? Drafted after 1 season with Michigan Tech of the WCHA, Storm completed his collegiate career 2 seasons later and joined the Whalers in 93-94. A big two-way winger, he compiled 146 points in college. Does that mean he didn't finish his college? Because he probably regretted that later. Sergei Petrenko, as we continue through the cool names bit. And Jamie Baker. Jamie Baker, of course, well known to Ottawa fans, who should be happy that Hoffman got signed today. Happy that Hoffman got signed, because I can shut up about it. Finally, the funny part, though, is that Hoffman's salary can be rounded to 4 points. So Melnick wants to make sure he knows exactly how many dollars. I'm surprised there wasn't like cents attached. That he was signed for an average of $5.816,533.24 a year. They were haggling over that 24 cents. I'm sorry. The Ottawa's cheap jokes are going to continue. I'm sorry. Even though, you know, they got a fair deal, and 4 years for Hoffman is good. Kevin Haller. There's another Montreal Canadian, so another Montreal Canadian is it's a Guy Carbonneau, Parkhurst, one of those green deals. Andre Lemakin. I still like Florida's jersey that way. I don't know. I mean, I don't mind the new one, but Brian Trottier, fantastic player. And on the back is their Rangers jersey. I have that jersey. Doug Brown, after coming over from the Devils. Tom Curvers. Let's see. The Hobey Baker winner in '84. This was made in '93. With Minnesota Duluth. Curvers has been a reliable scoring defenseman for each team he's played for, recording 17 points in his first 22 games of the '93-'94 season. See, but if he was a reliable scoring defenseman for each team he'd played for, they probably wouldn't have traded him. And he got traded frequently. Ryan McGill, good hard-nosed defenseman. And Ryan McGill, again. Your card selection sucks, Parkhurst. You're making Upper Deck look good. Stupid bloody hell, bloody Shane Churla. See, that's my Dallas jersey. Nope, that's Minnesota. Yeah, that's Minnesota. That was the year they went to Dallas, though. Yeah. I have that jersey. I do. I just don't wear it very often because it's white and it's stained, and I have that one as well. I like the green numbers on the back of those jerseys. I thought that was pretty cool. Rookie. World Junior. Valari Bure. Although I don't think this was an actual rookie card. I think his rookie card was an Upper Deck, which I'm getting. And Jose Charbonneau, who brought his career back to life by playing roller hockey. And I honestly thought that was cool that Jose Charbonneau did that. And those are red and yellow jerseys, not the orange and gold. And Mark Bureau, serviceable player. This is Series 2, so in terms of star power, it's going to be light. So I'm not going through the whole box. I'm not going to be doing that. What else about Montreal? I like Jared Chinordi. They traded him, but Jared Chinordi's not developing the way that I'd hoped he would. I like Jared Chinordi because his dad's Mark Chinordi, and of course, one of my favorite defensemen of all time. Ah, here you go. Because I just said there's no star power. Dougie Gilmore. So, and Nelson Emerson, who wasn't a star, but I like Nelson Emerson. And Kirk Muller, who I cheered for. Aw, it's Dane Emerson. And in that picture, he looks like he's hugging the guy. Odds are what's happening there is he's not able to skate any longer, and he's holding on for dear life and hoping this guy, and probably asking him, can you bring me to the bench? I'm out of breath. Please. Please bring me to, my family's in the crowd watching. I need you to please bring me to the bench. Not the fastest skater. Ken Danico, one of the best hard-nosed defensemen I ever saw. Oh, I got another Doug Brown. Oh, that's fantastic. I got a Shell Samuelson. Oh, sweet. And it's an emerald, too. Garth Butcher. Garth Butcher. Emerald card. That was after his first full season with the Blues. Damn good defenseman. Oh, from the World Junior Championships. I got goaltender Yaroslav McClenda. I wonder how many of these guys are still playing. Michael Hankinson. And two players I respected very much during their career. Eric Weinrich, whose career wound down sadly in Vancouver. And by wound down, I mean just died. And Bob Basson, who, very serviceable defensive forward. Yeah, good. So yeah, I'll go through and open the rest of these in a bit. What else happened today? Hoffman signed, so I can't make fun of Ottawa for now. And yeah, there's not a whole lot else going on. I'll even go to TSN and verify it right while I'm on the air live. And question two of, as my channel gets bigger, would I sell out? Well, if I was going to sell out, there's honestly one way to do it that wouldn't piss people off, and that's doing live videos. And I intend to do, once the season starts, live videos of me watching a hockey game. Especially if it's a Bruins game or Canucks game or Stars. Yeah, Elliott, excited to be #1 in Calgary. Well, of course. What else is he going to... Again, and I understand this, but what else is he going to say? Like, what else are these guys going to say? I wish I hadn't been traded. I feel like my whole career is over. Why am I here? Dissecting a wild offseason in the West. Wasn't that wild. Hoodler headlines list of remaining UFAs. All right, this is something I could sink my teeth into. Oh, please don't have an auto roll. Please, please don't auto roll a video. For the love of God, TSN, don't. Oh, shite. Oh, good. Oh, okay, there's no text version of that. Well, that sucks. I gotta get out of there. Now, let's check my other source for whether or not there's deals going down or what Canucks crazy ideas are. Canucks fans' crazy ideas are, anyways. You know what I meant. Predators sign Matt Carl. Good move. 700K, no problem. Predators re-sign Yali Yarncroc for 6 years at $2 million average value. You know what? That's a good value deal. And so's Nemesnikov in Tampa for $1.97 million average over 2 years. Those are good deals. Mrazek gets 2 years for $4 million average. That's a good deal. And then they get into DeKaiser with 6 years, $5 million. That's a bit much for DeKaiser, I'm going to admit. But the asking price for defensemen now is large. Like, defensemen want so much money, and they get it. And it's funny because in hockey, all your big money players in the 80s would have been your forwards. Then during the war era, your goalies, your big money. And now it's defensemen. Like, you still have your forwards getting it. The thing is, on average, your top 4 defensemen make more than your top 9 NHLers. Your third liner isn't going to make as much as DeKeyser is, and it's debatable whether or not DeKeyser is going to become better than what he is right now, which is a 20-point defensive defenseman. I don't know. This is a weird era. Apparently, defensemen can just write a blank check and get whatever they ask for, and the big name forwards do, and your top 6 guys do, but your bottom 6, eh. But even numbers 5 and 6 defensemen, you see them getting 1.2, 1.7 million. Boston overpaid for both Millers, Kevin and Colin. Kevin especially. It just gives me a nosebleed every time I think of Kevin Miller making that kind of money. It just, I don't know why they don't just bring back Bartkowski for $5 million a year, because you're gonna have enough pylons out that maybe a team will feel bad and say put a third defenseman on the ice, we'll score more. Like it's the saddest thing seeing what's happened to the Boston Blue Line. Like if only they could have had a guy like, I don't know, Johnny Boychuk or Dougie Hamilton. Oh wait, never mind. It's fine. So, anyways, any concern that I might be covering one team more than the other, I would totally get that as a viewer. I don't go into these videos saying I will talk about this team, I won't talk about this team. I just go with what's grabbing attention in terms of news online. I go in terms of who's signing what, and in terms of which team I think is trending either up or down. And right now, Montreal, to me, is a solid bet for probably second or third in the division. It depends on how well Carey Price plays. If Carey Price doesn't play, they become a more fascinating story, and they probably miss the playoffs. But I like adding Weber. I like adding Andrew Shaw. The idea of Shaw switching wings and playing on a line with Gallagher just will drive the East Coast completely insane. And I hope they make it happen. I really do. Because that would be an interesting line to watch, especially in games against Toronto when that rivalry kicks into gear. So yeah, that's it for this. I was just very excited because I got my Dallas Stars. Fantastic. My God. For a used jersey, this is in fantastic shape. Seriously, my jerseys from this same era are not in this kind of shape. They really aren't. This is a fantastic jersey. And I love everything about this jersey. I think the criticism for the head. Hey, I've got the horse head on the Calgary jersey. I've got that one. I like trying something different. In the NHL, I like jerseys that either strive to do something completely new or harken back to the classics. It's when they're kind of both that it doesn't work. Maybe I'll get into which jerseys don't work. Jerseys I will never buy. I'll do like top 10 jerseys I will never own. And why. That would be actually an interesting... I would watch that video. I'd watch me. Anyways. Unrelated note. Extremely good-looking girl that works at Burger King. And some girl comes in the door, and she looked like Sasha Grey. I'm not kidding. That's not... It's, And I was like, wow, that girl's pretty. And, of course, she walks right up to the one that, is really pretty. And I'm like, of course they're friends. Of course they are. So, your friend looks like Sasha Grey. That's fantastic. Good for you. So, yeah, there's my unrelated tangent that winds off into the distance. And from the orange and gold of the Canucks, I need to find an orange and gold. Do you know how hard it is to... This jersey took me 25, 30 years to find. How the hell am I going to find... Oh... Seriously, how in the hell am I going to find a hat in that color? I will do it. I will do it. The problem is finding one that's not ugly. Because hats from the 80s generally were those trucker hats, and they're ugly. And I need to find one that's not ugly but has the orange and gold. I may need to make my own hat. I don't think I'm ready to make my own hat. I can barely sew my own socks. I don't know how the hell I would make my own hat. Anyways, thanks for watching, and thanks for the improving subscriber count. It actually helps during the day when I'm having a bad day at work. I pull the phone out, load up the YouTube app, and I go, I've gained 4 subscribers while I'm toiling away here. It honestly helps. It honestly helps because it gives me some hope that maybe someday I won't need to work there. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will be back later, and I will be back tomorrow. So that's a twofer.